Hey everyone, it's Jessie from Sugarberry. In today's video, we are going to be focusing on my all-time favorite villager, Shep. I was lucky enough to recently get him onto my island, which completes my villager lineup for GreenGrove. I had been searching for him for quite some time, and I couldn't be more excited to finally have him. As you know, I have been giving all of my villagers jobs. For instance, Nana is a little florist, Henry's a farmer, Teddy is a woodworker, so of course Shep needed a job all his own. So I've decided Shep is going to be our resident island musician. Before we get into our build, let's go ahead and talk about my plan and what I envision for this space. I want to do a bit of terraforming and waterscaping, so I want to extend this cliff slightly, and I do want to put some waterfalls in this area for some fun sound. Moving over to the left-hand side, I want to plant a bunch of trees and kind of fill in this void. I will also be stunting some tree growth, so pay attention for those directions. When it comes to pathing, I want to extend pathing to the left to join his home with his neighbor Ellie. I also want to wrap the path downward to bring it into the main area of my island. As you can see, I have a lot of items on standby for this build. So without further ado, let's get started with our main pathing. Now that our main pathing is complete, let's go ahead and move on to filling in this area with trees. Now that I have our trees planted, I'm going to time travel 2 days forward. As you can see, our trees are a little bit bigger. This pine tree is the size I want it to stay. In order to stunt the tree, I have fruit in my pocket. I'm going to dig a hole behind the tree I want to stay small, plant that fruit in a hole directly behind it, and that tree is going to stay that size. That's how you stunt a tree. Now let's go ahead and travel 1 more day, and then we will stunt this one at its next stage. So the same thing here. Now that it's a little bit bigger, dig the hole, plant the fruit in the hole right behind it, and now it's gonna stay that size. Now I need to time travel to get my big trees fully grown, and then we can move forward with the build. As you can see, I have my full-size trees in the back and my cute little stunted trees up front. I love how easy it is to freeze the trees in their younger stages. Have you ever stunted trees before? If not, let me know down below if you plan to. Now it's time to move on to our terraforming. the moment I realized I had messed up. I had already maxed out my cliff height. I was so sad. I really wanted double layered waterfalls. So I decided to go ahead and knock it back down because I didn't just want a blank cliff. Thankfully, it's a lot easier and quicker to knock it down than it is to build it up. Lesson learned, always check your cliff levels. As you will be able to see, I was on the Hot Mess Express with this waterscaping. I just kept digging in the wrong places, not getting the shape I wanted, so feel free to laugh. I definitely did. Now that our main pathing, terraforming, and trees are all in place, it's time to start with my favorite, which is decorating. So let's get going. This area I'm working on right now ended up being another episode of the Hot Mess Express featuring Jessie. Disclaimer, I did end up moving my trees and extending this platform back a space. be thinking, Jessie, why not just give up? It seems like it's such a hassle. Just trust me. Hang on. The end result is worth it. See, I told you it would be worth it. I think it's so cute, giving Shep the perfect spot to perform his music. Now that I have all my items in place, I'm taking the time to fill in open spaces with glowing moss and flowers. Now let's get these flowers to grow in, and we are finished. Shep now has the most perfect area to perform his music for all the villagers of GreenGrove. I had a lot of fun putting this area together for Shep. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and maybe subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment down below with future build ideas. I'm getting down to just the transition areas and one more villager to decorate for, which is one of our favorites, Dobie. If you have any questions about the gameplay you saw in this video, or need any help with other aspects of the game, feel free to ask those questions down below as well. Until next time, take care. Bye!